there's often been this figure bandied around, and it's been called into question in the past that around 80% of asylum seekers come in through Northern Ireland. Jim O'Callaghan suggested yesterday that it's now at about 87%.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, there was quite a long spiel by Jim O'Callaghan before he introduced all these measures around the family reunification changes and the contribution model, etc., etc. And he was saying, he was framing it, I suppose, in this way that, we do need asylum seekers. We do need skilled workers. We do need people coming here and contributing to society. Population growth is a good thing. We can't go back to the past where our population was declining. However, it is now at such an extraordinary rate that we need to put tighter rules on how long people can stay here. And another thing that I suppose he mentioned yesterday was this. He kept coming out with this line around citizenship. So we know now that there's new rules around how long you can apply for, how long you could be living here, resident for citizenship, and whether you've been in receipt of social welfare payments. And he kept coming back to this line that citizenship is a right that the state gives somebody.
Yeah.
It's
not an entitlement. You're not entitled to do it when you're here. So the rules around citizenship is to bring everybody in line with one rule. So there was kind of rules depending on what kind of migrant you were, where you were coming from. So for example, if you were an asylum seeker or if an international protection applicant and you were granted international protection here, you only needed to be resident here for 3 years before you could apply for citizenship. Everybody else, it was 5 years. So as part of that rule, they want to bring everybody in line with that 5-year rule. So that's one of the things. The other aspect of this was in relation to asylum seekers who have been granted asylum, but if they're deemed to be a danger to society, that their asylum status can be revoked.
And the citizenship thing as well, the other thing the government are considering, and if you take all of these measures together, it's hard not to see this as anything other than a suite of deterrence. That's what this is.
It's a focus on the pull factors
It's a
rather than
focus
the push
on
factors without a lot of people come.
Exactly.